And I would invite us, just as we finish watching that little piece in the film, is we just sit in that place where everything's deconstructed with no judgment, and just be open to what's available in that place. But we're going to carry on here, and we're going to work a little bit on a veiled darkness, veiled blackness holes. And the first thing we're going to talk about, this can be a little bit hard sometimes, is talking about hell realm experiences. I don't like to talk about it too much, but they happen. And the first part about, though, I want to talk about is that, and Almas does a nice job, is that actually we always like to see the real darkness outside ourselves. It's always the devil out there or the evil presence out there. It's always the hatred and the killing energy out there. But what can be actually very transformational is for all of us to own our own blackness and reverse that projection and own that own darkness and integrate it. Now, if we were working one-on-one, I'd probably have someone come up here, and then that person could get in touch with someone that they really hate, and then they can start yelling, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you," to an empty chair. But what can be funny is that black hatred, which seems to be very rough and aggressive, if it's totally accepted and honored and put out there in a non-harmful way to an empty chair, that energy can expand. And all of a sudden, that black hatred becomes a vastness, and it becomes a black power of existence. Not a shut down, destructive, aggressive blackness, but a whole expansiveness. You see, because we have to deal, as Trumka talked about, the bar realm of hell, there is a level of aggressiveness and darkness in existence. I mean, if Adolf Hitler's armies were coming into town, I think a little bit of total aggressiveness might come in handy for all of us. If we just sat here being like Buddhas, it might not go down so well for us. So the thing is, we want to integrate that blackness, but not just in a disconnected way where it comes out sideways. We want to integrate it where we use that energy and enjoy the black vastness of existence. How many people have seen the Godzilla movie? I haven't either. But I just thought there's that one part where I think where the big Godzilla, Godzilla comes and starts smashing apartment buildings and hotels and skyscrapers. And there's a part of us that would love to do that. We're all destroyers. We all get into a mood sometimes where we just want to destroy stuff. Okay? But that's an aspect of existence. Now, I was going to do this in a real over-the-top way, but instead, what I want to try is a little experiment today. What I want you to do is, in about a few moments here, I want us to enjoy, with no judgment, saying, "I hate you," out loud. But let's try it a number of times and see what happens to the energy if we just do it with intensity, with no judgment. Are you willing to, and I'll take total responsibility, and I know this will kind of interrupt your whole gig of being a beautiful, loving person, but you can blame it on me. Okay? So can we try this together? Okay? Okay. First time, all together, and do it with you enjoying yourself. Let's do it like I'm enjoying myself. Okay? First time. I hate you! Okay, again. I hate you. 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 I hate you. Okay, now let's do it 5 times quickly. I hate you. 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 Now what's happening to your energy? Does it feel like hate energy? No. Notice how if you get into it, it expands. And all of a sudden a bunch of you are laughing. Because you've integrated the darkness and expressed it and allowed it to expand. And it can be very helpful because all of us feel, "Oh, I have no power, I can't handle situations." Well, you just do your I hate you exercise in your room for about 10 minutes before you go down to your meeting. But it expands, and then you naturally, spontaneously feel your black vastness of being, because black is an aspect of existence. You're integrating it, and you're not rushing around pointing fingers, you know. You're the devil, you're the devil, you're the devil. Okay? And you own it in a non-dual, non-judgmental way. And you can feel the ecstasy of blackness. Okay? So there's an element of that where it's integrating the blackness. Now if we take it even further, if we want to look, so much of hell is that we get into a situation where, well, for example, has anybody been around someone that's dying and they don't want to die and they have a panic attack? You see, that's hell. Because when you're dying and you're trying to grasp that survivalhood, and you're just trying to grab at some sense of survivalhood no matter what. And that puts you in, like, it puts you in hell. And that's where existence becomes seems very devilish, because you're hanging on. The time to surrender, and you're hanging on. You're grasping at survivalhood no matter what. And who knows what's going to happen when you leave your body if you're grasping at survivalhood. Good luck. I don't think a ghost existence is that good of an existence, but give it a try. Because you're hanging on. You want to meander around here for a while? Good luck with hanging on. But that's what can happen. And it feels like we're really hanging on tightly, and it feels very dark and very like hell devilish. And the thing is, in an instant though, notice when we're hanging on, in an instant we let go, all of a sudden that very dark density can totally transform itself into a nice, vast, surrendered lightness. A nice, vast flowingness. But that means we let go of needing to survive. And that can happen in all sorts of situations, all the time in day-to-day life. Okay? And so we need to embrace the ongoing art of dying. But it even gets worse. You see, is that we can there's actually fates worse than, so there's the ongoing art of dying that we need to just let go of grasping at survivalhood, but there's fates worse than death itself. And so, I mean, if some of you are old druggies, you'll have visited this, where you can get into realms beyond realms where you get a bad drug trip, and it can happen with normally with each one of us, where we get into a realm beyond death, and we get into some sort of realm where it's like a hell realm of eternal bewilderment and aloneness, and eternally sent off to never see anybody other being in existence forever. Eternally stuck in hell with no chance of relations forever. Just try that one out for a while. And if you're in that fear place, that does not feel very good. It feels pretty frying. It feels pretty terrorizing. But then what happens? Now here's the invitation. What happens though if we just accept, okay, I'm in hell forever. I'm in aloneness forever. Just accept it. What happens to a sense of total darkness forever if we just accept it? There's lots of nice accounts. Carl Rentz has a nice account of the myth of enlightenment, how he accepted that invitation of he was in hell forever, and he just accepted it. Because what's revealed is our eternal participation in existence. We're here for the duration. There's an ongoing aspect of us totally that's around. So you're just accepting your eternal aloneness. Eternal aloneness accepted becomes a nice, bedazzling, integrated light. Luminous, black energy into lightness. If it's judged and frightened and rejected, it turns into, oh my God, oh, I'm in fucking hell. Oops, I wasn't supposed to swear. I'm in hell. Okay, but hell accepted turns into dark ecstasy, releasement. Okay, and so what you're doing is, you see now, if you can make your home in hell, you're good to go. Like, what are you got to be frightened about now? You're good to go even in hell. You made hell fine. You're enjoying yourself. Okay? So you see the thing is, and some of you might say, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Well, just take a note of this. This might come in handy one day. Just remember this. Okay? Okay, so and we can actually even, if we really want to work on this, we can even extend our awareness of all this into deconstructing the whole hell realm altogether. Because the whole hell realm is based on sort of some weird assumptions. But if we see, like the Buddha and so many other people, that there is no goal, there is nowhere to get to, everything's available right here, right now, then that means that, well, then no one's in a preferred better place than anybody else. That means that we don't we can let go of this sort of, like, we can sort of see there's nobody in charge, there's nobody, we're doing this hell thing to ourselves. It's all a mind game that we're doing to ourselves. And when that's seen, we can see we can embrace freedom right now. We can deconstruct the whole thing right here, right now. Okay, and that's freedom. You're out of it. You see it, it makes you laugh. You know, it makes a person laugh when you realize, I've been doing this miserable hell suffering all to myself. Like,